Check this out if you're into really weird comics. Fat Cop by Johnny Ryan. But Johnny Ryan's comics are hilarious and not for the faint of heart. Fantagraphics does a lot of archival kind of things. So Blazing Combat was one of the war mags back in the day. It only lasted a few issues. Here is another Tommy Masturi collection, Cracking. Just a really incredible cartoonist that can work in so many different styles. Can't recommend his comics enough. Upstairs. Sunday, my favorite book I read last year by Olivia Schwan. Can't recommend this enough. I'm going over, but the Complete Women's Comics. So if you're familiar with the underground comic scene with like R. Crumb, Spain Rodriguez, S. Clay Wilson, those guys, there's also a rich history of women's cartoonists throughout that. And Women's Comics was an anthology that a lot of the great underground women's cartoonists did. The Complete Hate box set. Peter Bagge, one of the all-time greatest cartoonists, one of my favorite cartoonists. Shout out, Hate Ball Tour. This is collecting the first 30 issues in this great... but these are being released in thick trades too. I think the first 2 volumes are up there for pre. Before Hate, Peter Bagge did Neat Stuff. This is where the Buddy Bradley character first. I have videos on my channels for both of these box sets if you're curious about more Peter Bagge comics. My favorite thing is Monsters. 2 volumes here. They are releasing a box set, which you can pre-order. I should have said that too. Any of the books that they have on their website that haven't been released yet, that are pre-orders, you can pre-order those too. They are included in the Fantabucks box set. I've talked about this on my channel. It's one of my favorite horror comics of all time. Dementia 21. If you're into weird horror manga, body horror, surreal horror, you got to read the Basil Wolverton. Some of these might not be in print anymore, but anything you can find about Basil Wolverton. Here's some good ones. Jessica Farm by Josh last year. The Dog Biscuits by Alex Graham. Alex Graham has another book coming out from Fantagraphics called Devil's Grin. Up there for pre-order. Best pandemic comic that came out. Maybe only second to Simon Hanselman's Meg Maganal, which we'll see here. Actually, we'll get to them right now. Meg Maganal by Simon Hanselman. Some of the funniest stoner comics you'll ever read. It includes these characters, Meg Maganal, and you'll see all their adventures and hijinks throughout the series if you pick all these up. Of the original stoner comics, the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. They've released these beautiful hardcovers with these die-cut covers that you'll ever read. Chartwell Manor by Glenn Head is one of my favorite reads of, I think, 2019 when this came out. It's an autobiographical comic of Glenn Head going through a all-boys school and the terrible things that happened to him there. It's harrowing. It's incredibly deep and honest and rich. Palestine by Joe Sacco. This was just re-released in a nice, beautiful hardcover. Basically, Joe Sacco went to Palestine and was being a journalist there, but doing journalism comic. But they're doing reprints of these in these nice archival format. I've done a bunch of videos on these books as well on my channel. The EC